You guys know what time it is? It is time for me to talk about Power Rangers. Hey, what's up guys? My name is Jimmy and I'm a geek. Thank you for joining me. I'm really glad that you're here. So, it's time for me to talk about Power Rangers. I haven't done that in a while, at least on this channel. So, I think now would be a good time for me to do so. And I specifically want to talk about the Power Rangers Reignition line by Playmates. I want to talk about what we know about that line and then kind of what I would do to kind of, make the line as successful as possible. So first things first, a little bit of context. Last year in April, it was announced that Hasbro and Playmates were teaming up to have Playmates Toys do their own take on Power Rangers. Now, if you don't know who Playmates Toys is, you probably do. They are probably most famous for doing the Ninja Turtle line. They've had the Turtle line since the very beginning. I personally credit them for the success of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So when that was announced, I was excited, and many others were also excited, but they were also kind of skeptical and heartbroken even. And heartbroken because this means that potentially we're not getting any more Lightning Collection figures. This kind of, for a lot of fans, was the nail in the coffin that the Lightning Collection was dead. For me personally, I'm still delusional enough to think that it's still going to come back, but because of that, fans were kind of skeptical and heartbroken and even upset that this was happening. But for me personally, I think it's a good thing. I went to the panel at San Diego Comic-Con that following July, and they mostly talked about the cool stuff that they're already doing, but they briefly talked about Power Rangers, and by briefly I mean they just mentioned that they were doing it and that they couldn't really talk about it. They did give us some dates. They said that we were going to get the full reveal at New York Toy Fair, which is going to be the weekend of March 1st through the 4th in, of course, New York, and that's where we're going to be getting the full line, and then following the following fall, which would be like October, November of 2025, then we'll get the releases. So that's when they're going to start hitting toy shelves. So that's kind of all we really knew, and of course there have been leaks by fans of what we're going to be getting. Maybe there's people who are claiming they talked to people at Playmates. I'm not really believing anything until I hear it from Playmates, not because I don't trust the sources. I would rather hear it from the source, from the actual source, just because at this point we're avoiding like a game of telephone being played. So I'm waiting on that. So I'm not going to really talk about spoilers or leaks, just because I'd rather report what we actually know, and what we actually know is that the line is going to be called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition. So we've got some hints on the Power Rangers Instagram page. We've gotten them over the last several days. As of me recording this video, I don't know if we once this video is up, I don't know what we're going to be getting, but as of me recording this video, we got some hints. So far what we know, again, it's called the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition line, and looks like we're getting, for wave 1, the core 5 Rangers plus Green Ranger Tommy. So we got some silhouettes of what they could look like. It looks like it's the Ranger themselves with their main weapon, which already is a good sign. We've seen it even like officially, Bandai has forgotten to give the Rangers their weapons. So the fact that Playmates didn't forget the weapons, it looks like it's a good thing. In terms of the shape of the figures, people are kind of like, I don't like the way the joints look. I don't know how posable these figures are. Well, these figures are going to be kind of like kid-friendly figures, so they're not a collector line. So while collectors are more than welcome to buy them, that's not the target audience for this specific line. So of course they're not going to they're probably not going to have all the paint that you're used to with the Lightning Collection. They're probably not going to have all the accessories used to with the Lightning Collection, but at the very least we know who we're getting, at the very least for wave 1, along with their weapons. Now we have no other info outside of that, and we don't exactly know what the figures are going to look like outside of the silhouettes of said figures, and I don't know when we're going to get more. So chances are this is what we're going to get until New York Toy Fair, and then of course we'll do some reveals then. But I think it's exciting either way. I do know there's some fans who are sick of Mighty Morphin. They're like, move on to a different season. But here's the thing. Of course, we're not going to get any other seasons at the very beginning. They're going to go with whatever they think is going to sell well, and that's more than likely going to be Mighty Morphin. They're not going to go with an obscure season that hasn't gotten any toys in a while yet, because they don't know if that's even going to sell. So of course they're going to start off with the with Mighty Morphin, that is what a lot of people associate Power Rangers with. If they think Power Rangers, they think the Mighty Morphin suit, so of course that's where they're going to go first, and then after that, if the line continues to do well, then they might move on to a different season. We might get Power Rangers Zeo Reignition, Power Rangers Turbo Reignition, Power Rangers the Alien Rangers Reignition, and so on and so forth, and at that point they might go in order, but as of right now, this is where we're starting, this is what we're getting, and honestly shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, as you know, annoying as it is that we didn't get Cosmic Ranger figures, and people were expecting these to be Cosmic Ranger figures. I didn't expect this. I was realistic what we were probably going to get. Now, in terms of their releases, like I said, fall of this year, we don't know where they're going to be sold. Like, are they going to be exclusive to any specific vendor? Like, maybe are they online exclusive, or can you only find them at specific stores, or can you find them anywhere they sell Playmates toys? We don't know how they're going to be packaged, but if I were Playmates, here's some advice, and from a perspective of a collector, I would package at least the 6 core Rangers, I would package at least the 6 Rangers in 2-packs with the most desirable figure along with the least desirable figure, just to ensure that these figures sell. Power Ranger fans are notorious with not buying the girl figures. I know this because I've gone to like stores where you'll see a wave of yellow and pink figures from the Lightning collection, because fans don't want to invest money in girl figures for whatever reason, and I know there's parents who don't want to buy their little boys girl figures for whatever reason, and I'm not going to dictate how someone spends their money, but I think it is hurtful to the brand if you just see a bunch of girl figures there. The girls, in my opinion, are just as important to the team as the boys, so I think in order to make sure these figures get sold, you sell them in two packs. So I would do pink and green in 1 2-pack. That's easy. Tommy and Kimberly, and then you do Jason and Trini yellow and red in another 2-pack. Not only do they have a romance of the comics, but it's even, those colors look great together. You have some ketchup and mustard, and then of course we got Billy and Zach together, black and blue, because that's how they leave their monsters. But if you're doing 2-packs, I know people were like, oh my god, but I thought you wanted to make figures affordable, you know, because I do. That's a huge reason why I'm excited for Playmates, right? Because their turtles are usually pretty inexpensive, but I think if they have the pricing model they have for the Ninja Turtles figures, and they do 2-packs, I think these 2-packs will cost like $20-something, and that's still more more affordable than the Lightning collection was, especially towards the end, at like $25, almost $30 a figure. So I think this would be okay at the very least for the 6 core Rangers, and after that you can sell them however you want. Now, I would still probably do 2-packs, because that point it opens the door for things like Bulk and Skull 2-pack, Squat and Babu 2-pack. You can do Rita and Finster as a 2-pack. You can do Lord Zed and his throne as a 2-pack. We have Scorpina and Goldar as another 2-pack. So at this point you have a little bit of space there, and then once you want to do some monsters which have more detail and probably a little bit bigger, then at that point you can sell them for a little bit more than a standard figure, but less than the 2-pack. So it still feels like it's affordable. I would do those like at $15, have them be a little bit bigger than the Rangers if you do any other like monster of the week, and then of course if you're doing 2-packs, it allows other opportunities as well. So we could do this Stone Canyon trio, so Adam, Aisha, and Rocky. You can do them as a 3-pack, or you could do other 2-packs like Adam, Aisha in 1 2-pack, and then Rocky alongside with, if you want to do Kat as another 2-pack, because she joined a little bit later on. Command Center playset with like Zordon. So either way, I'm excited for it. I do know there's people who are kind of concerned. I'm not. Playmates have shown us that they can do really cool stuff. They've of course done the Ninja Turtles figures for a very long time. That is another team of martial art using teenagers who fight monsters, who are also multicolored, so that they show this, that they can do that line, but they've also have lines like Miraculous Ladybug. Like I sent a video to my buddy Hawk about like just, it's a Miraculous Ladybug figure and she's transforming, and I'm like, they could bring those ideas to Power Rangers, and that'd be really cool. They're of course doing Godzilla X Kong, Godzilla being the king of Titans. He is the king of Tokusatsu, so if we trust them to do King Kong and Godzilla, we can trust them to do Power Rangers. And then of course they do Voltron, and a lot of people, they compare Voltron to Power Rangers. So I think that right there is a lot of fun. So either way, I'm excited to see what they come up with. I would love for them to do other teams outside of Mighty Morphin, but that's, I'm sure, down the pipeline. I'm excited to see what they do at Toy Fair. I'm excited to see what they do at Comic-Con in San Diego this year. And then I'm excited to actually get these figures in hand when they're actually released. So with that said, that's all I have. Are you planning on buying these figures? You already know I am. So which figures are you looking forward to? Which figures do you want Playmates toys to make? Whether that could be like Ivan Ooze and Morden from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. Like, that'd be really cool. We never got a Morden figure, so it'd be cool for Playmates to take a swing at that. So let me know what you want to see, and maybe Playmates looks at my comments, and we'll use those to figure out what they're going to make next. That said, I've been Jimmy. Thank you again for joining me. I'm glad that you were able to. I look forward to talking to you soon, but until then, DFTBA.